Welcome to my office. My name is Melissa Stewart and I've written more than 180 nonfiction books for children. Today I'm going to talk to you about voice in nonfiction writing. What is voice? I like to think of it as the personality of the writing, or how the writing makes you, the reader, feel. Nonfiction voice spans a continuum from lively to lyrical, with many choices in between. Writers choose a voice based on their topic and their purpose for writing. In Pipsqueaks, Slowpokes, and Stinkers, celebrating animal underdogs, I wanted to show that not all animals have to be big or fast or strong to survive. In fact, some creatures depend on characteristics we might consider weaknesses, like being small or slow or shy. I thought a light-hearted, playful voice would make the ideas and information I wanted to share more friendly and approachable. Here's an example. It takes a Galapagos tortoise almost 6 hours to travel a mile. What a slowpoke! Most people can walk that far in just 20 minutes. Why don't these creeping critters get a move on? Because tortoises don't need speed. Their hard, strong shells protect them from predators. It's fun, right? But it's informative too. In Seashells, More Than a Home, I had a different purpose in mind. I wanted readers to experience a sense of awe as they discovered all the truly astonishing ways sea creatures use their shells. I hoped that by using a more wondrous lyrical voice, kids would come to appreciate that the natural world is full of amazing creatures doing incredible things. All we have to do is take the time to notice. Listen to how different the text in this book sounds. Every day, seashells wash up on beaches all over Earth, like treasures from a secret world beneath the waves. Spiraled or spiky, round or ridged, shells come in all sorts of shapes and sizes and all the colors of the rainbow. That's because seashells have so many different jobs to do. This text feels different from Pipsqueaks, doesn't it? It's calmer, slower, more soothing and comforting. As you read, the words just kind of roll off your tongue. How can one writer create 2 books with such different voices? To a certain extent, it comes naturally. It's a result of the way that I feel as I'm writing, the way I want to share information with you, my readers. But as I revise, I strengthen that voice using 2 simple word equations that I learned from Newbery Award-winning author Linda Sue Park. Here they are. Voice equals word choice plus rhythm. Rhythm equals punctuation plus sentence length. Let's look at word choice first. Nonfiction with a lively voice often includes fun or surprising words, alliteration, internal rhyme, or automatopoeia, that's sound effects. It may also feature direct address, which means writers include the word you so it seems like they're talking directly to the reader. Let's take a closer look at the Pipsqueaks writing sample. Does it have any fun or surprising words? Check. Alliteration? Check. Internal rhyme? Check. Automatopoeia? Nope, and it doesn't have direct address either. But that's okay. It doesn't have to have every single word choice characteristic on my list, just a good mixture. In the end, I let my ears decide if I have the voice I'm going for. Okay, now let's look at the components of rhythm, punctuation, and sentence length. Nonfiction with a lively voice may include exclamation points for emphasis. You can see one here. Notice that it follows a sentence fragment, a phrase with no verb. It may also have embedded questions that end with a question mark, like the one here. The answer to that question is often a short sentence fragment. And what you'll notice overall is that the sentences are fairly short. There are no dependent clauses set off by commas. I also have a list of word choice characteristics for crafting a lyrical voice. You'll notice that some of them are repeated from the lively list, like alliteration and internal rhyme. It's all about how you use these language devices. Let's take a closer look at the Seashells writing sample. Does it have alliteration? Check. What about repetition? There isn't repetition of a specific word, but there is repetition of a technique, spiraled or spiky, round or ridged. It's pleasing to the human ear, and it also helps readers understand the amazing diversity of seashells. Actually, these 6 words are really important from a voice point of view, because they also contain alliteration and opposition. I've used or twice to emphasize differences. Spiraled and spiky aren't quite opposites. Neither are round and ridged, but they're functioning that way here. What's next on our list? Similes and metaphors. Yup, there's a simile. There's no rhyme, but that's okay. It doesn't have to include every single characteristic. Now, let's take a look at the components of rhythm in this Seashells writing sample. Notice how different the sentence structures are compared to the Pipsqueaks sample. No sentence fragments, no embedded questions. Many of the sentences are long and have multiple phrases set off by commas. These text characteristics, word choice, punctuation, and sentence length, work as a team to determine the voice of a piece of nonfiction writing. Now it's your turn. Working with a buddy or small group, take a look at the double-page spread from Seashells shown here. How many characteristics can you find of a wondrous lyrical voice? Write each one down and label it with the name of the characteristic. Then share your list with the rest of your class. Maybe you'll notice something the other groups don't. Next, look for characteristics of a lively, playful voice on this double-page spread from Pipsqueaks. Write each one down and add a label. After sharing your list with the rest of the class, you may want to try this activity with some other great nonfiction books. Here are a few I recommend. Chances are you'll find some of them in your school library. After reading each book carefully, ask yourself some questions. How would you describe the voice of the book? What kind of text characteristics does each author include? How does the style of the art in each book help reinforce the voice? Now take a look at a piece of nonfiction that you've written. What kind of voice do you think it should have? Read it aloud. Can you detect that voice? If not, do what I do. Make a list of ways you could revise it to give it an even stronger voice. Then try to make some of those changes. If your writing already has a strong voice, congratulations, that's terrific. But writing can always be improved. Look for ways you can revise it to make that voice even stronger. When everyone in your class is done revising, some students might want to share their final draft with the class. Happy writing, everyone!